again, everybody, and welcome to our second day of coverage of the U.S. Youth Soccer National League Tournament. My name is Jeff Childs. We'd like to welcome you to our live broadcast coverage on Torbeau Sports Network, and this a matchup in the Red Division, an under-16 matchup featuring the South Carolina United FC 99 Elite, and they'll be taking on the Dallas Texans 0-0 Red Team. Well, an exciting day of coverage for you yesterday. Our first two games ended in 4-0 and 3-0 scores. Our first in the under-18 division ended in a 1-1 tie. And our fourth and final game ended with a 2-1 score. South Carolina United FC travels to Wilson, North Carolina today out of Columbia, South Carolina. They are coached by Robert Strickland and wearing the white jerseys with blue shorts. And opposing them on the other side of the field are the Dallas Texans Red, coming out of, you guessed it, Dallas, Texas, head coached by Clint Kraft. Dallas wearing the all-red jerseys with red high socks. Again, we'd like to welcome you to our coverage today, our first of four games on Torbeau Sports Network. And these National League games kicking off the 15-16 season. And following North Carolina, teams will continue league play in either Orlando, Florida, and Las Vegas, Nevada. And here we go underway. South Carolina unable to get it out of their zone. Here's Dallas with it. Nathan Saucedo, a long pass off the head and just kept in bounds by Dallas on the far side. Booted down towards the goal, just wide, and now South Carolina advancing. Up over midfield, that's Alexander Holloman. Holloman still in control, just for a moment taken back by Dallas to midfield. South Carolina's midfielders will go back to their defense, reset the offense. Short pass right in front of us and trying to keep it in bounds. Is South Carolina unable to do so? Back over to Dallas. Nathan Saucedo throws it in right in front of us. And now here comes Dallas, looking for the opportunity in front of the box. Ball bounces over to the far right and trickles out of bounds. Dallas on the attack again. Ball landing just in front of the box, kicked out of there by Carolina. Intercepted, and here comes South Carolina United through midfield. Far side, South Carolina looking to generate the first opportunity of the morning. Dallas intercepts and takes over, right back in for South Carolina United. And here's a long shot in. And that's knocked away by the Dallas keeper. Sergio Saucedo, and here's another long shot by Dallas. That's going to go clear of the right goal post. And a windy day as the South Carolina keeper boots that one to midfield. Good effort over there by Benjamin Veloso to keep it in bounds, but here comes Dallas. Dallas far side into the goal box. That one off a leg and out. these two teams representing two of the top 80 boys teams from across the country, traveling here to Wilson, North Carolina to compete in this National League tournament. And here's the header into the box by Dallas, and a shot and a goal, and Dallas strikes first blood. Callum Sutherland on the tally, and Dallas on the scoreboard first, 1-0. A bit of a disorganized play. The South Carolina defense couldn't find it, and Dallas, the short kick from in close. And Dallas quickly on top, 1-0, as their early pressure paid off, and South Carolina will try to answer. Mason Wallach, number 11, boots it back over for Dallas as they drive it deep, and here comes South Carolina the other way. Long pass to the far side of the field, headed over, and Dallas anticipated that. A South Carolina United club, the two-time defending U.S. Youth Soccer South Carolina state champion. They're making their third appearance in the National League tournament this season. As Dallas takes it near side. Two players fighting for position down there in the corner. South Carolina comes away with it, but it'll go out of bounds and over to Dallas for the toss-in. Tossed into Trent Dyer. Dyer tried to plate it over, hit a Carolina player in the back, and now Carolina had a chance for a moment to take over, but Dallas in possession again as they fire it to the far right side. Headed away by Carolina United. And Dallas gets a high kick up, but a whistle blows as Carolina gets the free out. Both teams battling, colliding there midfield as the referee blows another whistle to stop play. And in the under-16 age division, South Carolina United, they won 3 of their first 4 games here in North Carolina a year ago, and it helped them to claim the National League Red Division title. And every year they've appeared, they've steadily improved. They were a third-place finisher 2 seasons ago. And every year under head coach Robert Strickland has been an improvement here in Wilson, North Carolina for his club. Early battles here in midfield is to be expected as both teams feel one another out in this early morning and first contest of the day for you here on Torbo Sports Network. Another stoppage. And now Dallas here's the long volley midfield, but headed away to South Carolina. And here's Dallas on the attack again, far right side. Their forwards a send a pass into the box, cut off. another collision and another stoppage as the officials assess the situation. That was Callum Sutherland over there in on some of the physical play. He's the goal scorer for Dallas Texans 0-0 red. They lead South Carolina United FC 1-0 here early on first half. First of two games in the under 16 age bracket. And here's a long pass trying to find the placement in the goal box there, and whistle blows the play dead again. The Dallas forward looking for the high kick, trying to find a teammate in there to potentially head that one into the back of the goal. And the Carolina keeper sends one away, but it's driven right back into their end, only to go out. Arjen Botnager had it for a moment for Dallas, but lost it. Here's South Carolina coming down on the attack. Thomas McLean, the forward, carried it for South Carolina, but they're going to play it back to their midfield. Here's a pass far side, headed over. Stays inbounds. Carolina here trying to move something, but just as soon as they get a little bit of momentum, Dallas takes it back. And Carolina in control. Here's a dart of a pass over to the far side. And a high lofting shot near the goal, but headed away to safety by Dallas. And two players jostle forward at midfield, but Dallas comes away as they speed down, looking for the chance, but the South Carolina defense in to protect and knock away to safety as they send it back down the field the other way. Amit Verma had it for a moment for Dallas. He looks up a look of confusion there towards the official, looking for a card, none given. Nathan Saucedo getting a bit of instruction from head coach Clint Kraft on the Dallas sideline. Robert Strickland stopping play for just a moment, having a long conversation with both officials. Callum Sutherland, Dallas goal scorer. To kick things off again here as his club leads 1-0 here early on. First half, just over 13 minutes gone. We're happy to bring this broadcast to you on the Torbo Sports Network. My name is Jeff Giles. Our first of four contests this morning and afternoon. Here's Dallas trying for the long pass. Gets it to midfield, headed away. South Carolina may be trying to make a move here and spend their first extended portion of time in the Dallas defensive end. It's been all Dallas in terms of possession and really geography so far as they lead 1-0 on the scoreboard, most importantly. And here's a chance down the near sideline. South Carolina trying to cut inside. That's Colin Harris, had it for a moment. And now back to Callum Sutherland. Dallas sending it down towards the chalk. Ball to South Carolina. This one off the chest and immediately back out of bounds again. Nathan Saucedo throws it in. He attempts to keep that one in, but now South Carolina may be having an opportunity here. They have the ball midfield, Dallas end. Almost lose it out of bounds, and it does stay out of bounds, and now Dallas to take over. This one booted to midfield. Dallas trying to get over and toppled and knocked over to the ground. Dallas forward as he complains to the referee, but gets handed the ball back in midfield. That was Trent Dyer taking a tumble for the Texans 0-0 red. And now here's a ball sent in the middle of the box, knocked away, and another shot, and just missing the far left post. That was Matthew Doyle, and the opportunity just sent that ball wide of the left post. Cameron Smith sending it away, the Carolina keeper. Right back to Smith as he plays it over to his defender, William Chantos. South Carolina very deliberate in their own end, looking for that first opportunity to break open here and get on the board. Trailing 1-0 to a Dallas team that's controlled a little bit of the play so far. Lots of midfield action in the early going. And this is a prestigious National League tournament that's played here every single year, setting itself apart really from other leagues based on the competition and meaningful matches. Some of the best boys teams in the nation travel right here to compete. And here's a kick from midfield for South Carolina, looking for a player inside the box. That one just rolls over. Carolina resetting here, but Dallas sending it off to the side. Thrown down the side by Meet Verma down the near side right in front of us. And Carolina, some nice ball movement and time of possession. Some of the best we've seen on the offensive end from them so far. Is that one skitters out of bounds to the left? A few subs coming in for Dallas. Number 10, Micah Garnett entering the match. The two-handed toss in from Harris looking for his teammate there. Jonathan Foster unable to control it. South Carolina with the touch pass back in. Far side. Sent back to midfield and short kick out of harm's way. And here's Carolina. Long pass down the side. Maybe an opportunity there. Muscled off the ball. Alexander Holloman, the chance in close. And here's another pass right to the goal, but expertly kicked away with a sharp foot there by Dallas, but Carolina gets it back. Carolina looking, trying to center this one, knocked away. The goal scorer, Callum Sutherland, making his presence felt defensively. Here's Carolina, ball lost in a tree and a tangle of legs there, and falls out of bounds once more. And of course, I'm sure the nerves at an all-time high for some of these young players today, playing in front of some of the top scouts in the country, but also, most importantly, playing to earn a berth in the 2016 U.S. Youth Soccer National Championships to be played next year in Frisco, Texas. Carolina, the corner kick. Sending it in front of the goal, headed off, and just knocked away the Dallas defense. Very careful, that ball along the goal line. Dallas enjoying a 1-0 lead over Carolina here in the early going first half. There's a few subs come in for Carolina. Devin Shepard, number 12, enters the match. Dallas gets one over the midfield stripe. Carolina collecting defensively. William Chantos plays it over. Ball knocked in the midfield area. Pedro Lopez. Carolina now. And play stopped. as South Carolina boots it deep. This is a team that really didn't get the results they wanted at the national championships played last year in Tulsa. But again, much success and a heavy heritage of National League play and success in recent years. They have the veteran savvy to succeed in this competition. Now here's Dallas with it far side. Dallas trying to get an edge and an angle. And a Dallas player sending it in front and knocked away. Here's another pass, though that one stopped in Carolina, send it to midfield. Booted over to Brandon Serta. Serta and two players collide again and showing a little frustration. Dallas thought they had the angle, but a little too in tight on the Carolina defender. Matthew Benson enters for United FC. Here's the kick down the sideline, sent to the middle, but taken away Dallas. Dallas charging down the middle of the field. Fancy footwork, getting it over on the far wing. Maybe an opportunity here as they set this play up nicely. Here's Dallas in the corner, cutting to the inside. And a long pass over to the box, headed away, and here's a kick through the air and just sent wide. Dylan Payton in on the offensive attack for Dallas as that shot falls harmlessly to the left. As it went off South Carolina, though, Dallas gets the opportunity on the corner kick. Sent to the middle and off a Dallas player and out, and the Carolina keeper will take things over now. And this event can be a springboard for many National League alumni. They've gone on to play in such prestigious competitions as the NCAA College Cup, MLS, NWSL, UEFA Champions League, and the granddaddy of them all, the elite competition of the FIFA World Cup. Here's a long volley and a pass, almost connecting, and the Dallas keeper having to come all the way out of his box and snare that ball. As he had Matthew Benson bearing in on him on the right side and had to play it. Headed off Carolina over the midfield circle. Here's Benson finding the ball on his feet again. Played over. And here's a shot in the far corner and diving. Ball heading wide anyway. Saucedo dove as well, but that ball nowhere near the left post. And Carolina picking up their play after having Dallas take it to them for the opening moments. Carolina now, the corner kick. Here's a high arcing ball sent to the middle of the box, headed away, and kicked away to safety by Dallas. Dallas with some head of steam along the right side. Nice pass to the middle of the field. Headed straight over, and Cameron Smith had to play that one. With Pedro Lopez charging down the middle of the field. A nice thread pass through to him, and he would have been in the clear if not for the heady play of Cameron Smith. Two players using their head there to control it, and here's South Carolina. Dallas to midfield, but they back off as South Carolina in control. Taken right back by the red. Brandon Sosa. Over to Sergio Saucedo. And here's Dallas in the middle of the field. Here's a high kick on that one. Sails over the goal. Pedro Lopez had the chance. He's been in on a few plays offensively for Dallas. This is a Dallas Texans team, the 2015 National Championship semifinalist. Also the Region 2 champions, Region 3 champions this calendar year. And winning the North Texas State Cup Championship, a team used to a lot of success in their league and their division. And they finished just 2 points behind the top 2 teams in the National League Blue Division a year ago. A strong showing, perhaps, of things to come for Dallas. High pass, but on target. Here's a chance for Carolina. They move to the middle of the field, and there's a shot. Just missing the top left corner. Alexander Holloman, that kick. As Holloman going to sub out now. David Devarro enters. The Dallas keeper raises his arm and plans the landing point of this one right at midfield. But South Carolina back on the attack. Their play has improved here in the latter stages of the first half. Matthew Benson. That chance now, Josiah Mort gives it up to the official. Joshua Corning on the near side, setting this play up as the Dallas Texans stand in front of their goal. And here's a shot to the far post and just missing. A great chance and the best of the morning for South Carolina to knot this score at 1. That pass intended on the far side, and that chance to Josiah Mort. He just couldn't find it. And now here's Dallas, but taken away by the South Carolina defender. Both men battling hard for it and using the off arm. Carolina tosses in. shot right off the face of the Carolina defender. The forward, rather, he's no worse for wear. That's Reese Rhodes battling at midfield, and now Carolina takes over at midfield. As they set up the attack. Nathan Saucedo sees that one roll out of bounds. But you can almost feel the play from South Carolina ratchet up a little bit. Dallas taking it to them for the first few minutes of this match. And Carolina spending much more time in the offensive zone. Micah Garnett last to touch that ball for Carolina. Pedro Lopez. Over to Saucedo. Saucedo, the long pass, setting it up far side. Here's a kick to the middle, headed away Dallas. Saucedo sends one high in front of the box. Knocked away again. Dallas through the middle. Sergio Saucedo gets it over in a nice move to cut to the middle of the field. Knocked away looking for that long pass. Dallas with it again, taken away by South Carolina. Micah Garnett the chance. Coming up on 37 minutes as the save is made. The Dallas keeper, 37 minutes played here first half. Dallas holding on to their slim 1-0 lead. Callum Sutherland, the only goal scorer so far. Off a bit of a disorganization in front of the Carolina net, and Sutherland found it on his toe and sent it home for the 1-0 lead. Mason Wallach will sit down for Dallas. We'll see if any extra time is added at the end of this first half. And a beautiful day this morning. Glad to have you along with us. North Carolina unseasonably warm this time of year, and also having to deal with a record amount of rain in Wilson and Rocky Mount the past 45 days or so. And these teams looking to advance their cause in the standings and possibly punch a ticket to continuing league play in either Orlando, Florida, or Las Vegas, Nevada. And here's a long boot landing in front of the goal. Knocked away in the save. Cameron Smith had to sort of shrug that ball off. And the goal kick. Headed to midfield, players fighting for possession. And Carolina comes away with it. a long pass, almost picked up by Sergio Saucedo. And Dallas gets a chance to reset here from their defense. And a nice move to cut away. That was Wyatt Priest, a nice inside-out move to cut to the middle of the field. Looks like we'll add 1 minute of extra time here to this first half. Dallas in front, 1-0. Ball struck from midfield. Cameron Smith out to play it again. Here's the goal kick. High kick hanging up in the air for a bit, lands in the midfield circle. Dallas again on the offensive. Pedro Lopez to the far side. Lopez gives it up. Here's Dallas with the chance, and the shot in. Smooth save by Smith. Watched it right into his chest. And he'll kick it away again. We'd like to thank you again for joining us on our first broadcast this morning, our first of 4 on the Torbo Sports Network, U.S. Youth Soccer National League play. My name is Jeff Childs, and that appears to be the end of the first half. Dallas, a 1-0 lead in front of South Carolina. You're watching U.S. Youth Soccer National League play on the Torbo Sports Network. Welcome back to Wilson, North Carolina for our second half featuring the South Carolina United FC and Dallas Texans 00 Red. Dallas a 1-0 lead as we begin second half play. My name is Jeff Childs. Thank you for watching this morning on the U.S. Youth Soccer National League Championships on Turbo Sports Network, wherever you may be. This is a Dallas team that claimed the U.S. Youth Soccer North Texas State Cup title. Dallas fought through game competition in Arkansas to win the Region 3 championship. And at Nationals last year, the Texans advanced to the semifinals before bowing out with a 2-1 loss to eventual national champion Sporting KC Academy. So they're looking for better results here this year. And again, we'd like to thank you for watching our broadcast this morning, whether you're a soccer veteran or maybe a novice. And if you'd like to learn more about the U.S. Youth Soccer National League, visit usyouthsoccer.org. Teams have switched sides. Dallas now attacking the goal to my right. Carolina, the goal to my left. Dallas finally gets the ready for play signal. They send it in. And here's a shot, goes wide, behind the net. South Carolina's net still tended by Cameron Smith. Had a little more work than his counterpart in the first half. Hoping that his mates can knot this score. They trail 1-0. Reese Rhodes played it to center, taken away by Carolina up the field. And some nice passing, and here's a play along the left side. Matthew Benson. Benson slid to the ground in this muddy field again. Same rough conditions we had a day ago. Not the prettiest field, but that doesn't slow the competition one bit. Here's a boot to the middle, easy save from the Dallas keeper as he rolls over to his teammate Matthew Doyle. Doyle ball handling nearly loses, gives it up to George Ackling. Ackling to Mason Wellick. Arjen Botnager. Callum Sutherland to send this one in, the goal scorer for Dallas. And there's the boot looking for the far side, looking for the header, can't find. Carolina sends it away and out of bounds. And Dallas gets it to the far side of the goal. Nice play, but taken away. Botnaker had it for a moment, lost it. And it rolls past our production truck here to my right. Rhodes tosses in. Finds in the middle of the field, and there's an opportunity. Knocked away last moment. Trent Dyer, the intended party, and here's Dallas again with it. They set things up that the referee had to avoid that play. And now Carolina in their own end. High kick. Falling, looking. Reese Rhodes there just couldn't find that, just a little too far in front of him. Carolina on the attack, gets that pass knocked away. And Dallas with some numbers here. Here's the opportunity, bearing in on the Carolina goal. Far side, Botnager. And this tournament, one of the best. You have to be one of the best to be invited. This is not an invite tournament. Earn your place in the league based on merit and other success in the U.S. Youth Soccer regional and national events to get here. There's a short pass picked off Carolina. And the referee's signaling for another whistle. Dallas players in front of the goal. Sutherland to inbound, low spinning kick. Dallas looking for the chance in tight. And smart play by Carolina. Some nice passing to clear the zone. And a sliding kick, Carolina now looking to make something happen. Far side, Joshua Corning there. Josiah Mort has it and loses it. Grant Wagner. This ball out again. Closing in on our 49th minute of this first match. Dallas Texans leading South Carolina United 1-0 in this under 16 age bracket matchup. And here, both players, the corresponding number 2, sliding in the mud and falling a little violently to the turf. That was Matthew Benson for South Carolina. And Reese Rhodes. Some heady physical play. All legal, no card. And no signal from the official as the teams play on. Sutherland looks to the right corner, looking for Aryan Botnaker. But Carolina away. Here's Reese Rhodes. And Benson. Sutherland looking for Botnaker, headed away. Careful play in Carolina. Trying to clear, but back to Dallas. And Rhodes sent that one a stiff kick right into the Carolina player and goes out.
Just so you're aware, the shorter one, there's two number 2s. The shorter one is actually number 12. His one fell off earlier until it stayed on.
Smith, the goal kick. Headed off the center circle. Botnaker looking in front. Dallas in possession. There's a shot and a save. Trent Dyer not able to get enough of what he wanted on the kick. And Carolina now as that one falls out. The action coming right in front of us here in the broadcast booth. Glad you can join us on the Torbo Sports Network. This first under 16 matchup, the Dallas Texans and the South Carolina United from field number 4 in Gillette Stadium, Wilson, North Carolina. And South Carolina's head coach Robert Strickland looking for the call there from the linesman. And no call, much to his chagrin. Here's Carolina. They send it back to Smith. Smith shooting this one to the sidelines. And Carolina on the attack. Got some room here trying to tie this match at 1. There's a long pass anticipated by Dallas. The keeper one-hands it over. Far side to Doyle. And sent right over here. Carolina the opportunity, possibly. Getting around a defender, and that went out. Grant Wagner. And South Carolina with the chance in the middle of the field, and there's a shot going wide. Josiah Mort taking that shot, but here's Dallas getting in the way, but picked right back off South Carolina. Josiah Mort. Micah Gannett, nice inside-out move. Gets by the defender. Here's Gannett with a chance here. And Dallas trying to add to their lead. Back to Gannett. Kicked over in a sliding tackle again. John Mayers for Dallas. And here's Carolina. And the pass picked off. And another sliding tackle. And Carolina almost couldn't believe it that the Dallas player went down in a heap. McLean and Holloman coming in for South Carolina United. Parker Stokes also into the game for South Carolina United FC. Carolina wearing the white jerseys, blue shorts, and Dallas in the red jerseys and the white numbering, typical of the Lone Star State. That dark red. And that ball way out of bounds as we wait for another one to enter play. 57th minute here. 1-0 Dallas. And middle of the field headed over, and Carolina retrieving in their own end. That went up the field, sitting along the chalk of the out-of-bound marker. Ian Devlin to trigger for Carolina. Booted in with the pass going right to Dallas. And some great competition here. We plow further into the second half. Dallas in front, 1-0. Players from both sides fight for it along the far side. A long delay here. Arjen Botnager sits down for Dallas. And here's a long pass looking for Dallas, but just cut off. Matthew Doyle the chance. And here's South Carolina pressing here in the final few minutes. And here's a pass to the middle of the goal and a diving play by Smith, as he had to time that jump perfectly and make the save. And a player fallen in excruciating pain for Dallas. You can hear the groans from over here near us. And we'll stay with it here. Medical staff may need to attend to this young man. Play resumes here as South Carolina plays it from their own end. Sent back to midfield Dallas. Here's Carolina pressing for that opportunity. Nice pass to the far side. Here's Carolina looking, cut off. And running right over a Dallas player. Devin Shepard with a full head of steam down the right side, bursting through there, just couldn't get by the Dallas defender at the final moment. High ball in, Dallas to play. Wyatt Priest in for Dallas, and likewise Benjamin Veloso coming in for Carolina. South Carolina getting the ball again on the Dallas side of the field, pressing to tie this match, 1-0 the score. And there's Carolina just too far. John Mayers waits to come in. Excuse me, David DeVaro looking to come in for South Carolina. It's just a few minutes left in their chance to tie this match. It's still 1-0 Dallas. In this opening match of day number 2 here in Wilson, North Carolina. South Carolina charging hard here in the final moments. Parker Stokes going to have to go a long way, almost over to field number 3 to get this ball. Carolina may be having something brewing here. Setting up an opportunity at the goal. And there's a long shot. Calmly stopped. By the Dallas keeper, Skylar Foreman. And Carolina again. Maybe pulling out some stops here, taking some chances, doing what they need to do to tie this score. Mayers played it over midfield. Here's Mayers now, going to the far sideline. He'll trigger in, Jack Coad. Coad tried to get it back to Mayers. And now Carolina will just play it back. Here's another boot to the middle of the field near the box, deflected away. And Carolina again, Coad. Coad near side, gives it up to Stokes. Looking in the middle of the box. And that attempt knocked away. Excuse me, Joshua Corning there, number 3. For South Carolina, tried to get it over to Alexander Holloman. Foreman, the Dallas keeper. Dallas just trying to kill clock here, 1-0 lead. Don't need to take too many chances. It's South Carolina, on the other hand, definitely needing to take some chances. Some good play from them on the offensive side the last few minutes. And there's a pass corralled by Corning. Here's Corning looking to the middle of the field for Stokes. And Holloman. Over to DeVaro. DeVaro throwing in. South Carolina centering. Sent straight up into the air. Back to Devlin. Devlin looking to Corning. Corning trying to get position along the near side. As we encroach on 72 minutes here played. First game of our 4-game set this afternoon. Second half, Dallas leading South Carolina 1-0 in the under 16 age bracket. Centering that field, a diving header away by Dallas. Corning tried to center that one, but South Carolina gets it back again. Devlin sends that pass just a little too far. And a Dallas player doubling over in a lot of pain. Corning tosses in. Tried the little give and go, couldn't connect. Corning again raises his right arm. Looks to the front of the net. Here's a low shot, knocked away. Dallas prepared for that one. And Carolina sends it right back, but it goes right to the keeper. Foreman for Dallas. And a few battles there. Referees letting him play here and finally blows the whistle. Pedro Lopez to enter the match. Micah Garnett entering as well. Dallas nursing this 1-0 lead. Can't afford any mistakes at this juncture. Carolina, of course, doing all they can to press and tie the match. There's a pass to Corning. He'll send a shot, headed away. Corning finds the ball again. Still has it. Tried for the slide tackle. And landing right in the knees of Amit Verma. And Verma appears to be okay. And here's a kick right to the front of the goal, knocked away. Carolina coming perilously close, perhaps a header away from tying the score. Chantos sending one to the far contact with Foreman. He collided with a Carolina player, no worse for wear. Carolina back again, sending this one a high shot into the box. And Dallas looking for the long pass. Guided away defensively, Carolina. Dallas with the ball now. And here's Dallas in the offensive end, looking to salt this one away, already with a 1-0 advantage. Four extra minutes added for injury time. So Carolina still in contention here with a shot. Callum sends that one in. Carolina having to hurry now. And a long pass in, couldn't connect. And here's Dallas in the open field. There's a long pass over, missed. Amit Verma tried to corral in that pass. Pedro Lopez jogs off. He'll be replaced. And players sort of feeling one another out there, trying to see who will take possession in it. Looks like Carolina here, near side with a chance. Grant Wagner loses it out of bounds. And a high throw in right in the box. And a back kick and a save made. Skylar Foreman, a magnificent save to keep this game in control of Dallas. Clint Kraft screaming at his club, how bad do you want it? And so far, they've shown the ability that they want it very badly, but a South Carolina team desperately pressing to tie the score. Pablo Tarango now enters. This match now coming down to just mere minutes for Dallas to hang on for the victory. Here comes Sutherland, the kick. Another high ball, that one falls out. Dallas triggers in. Here's Carolina. Trying for the slip pass to the side. Red perfectly knocked away, but Dallas looking to clear right near the midfield line. Carolina comes up with it. And a shove and a violent push over there. Referee trying to organize some things. Dallas just content to send it deep, kill more clock. You've had some injury time added, 4 minutes. And as we tick down to the final conclusion here, Dallas just going to send another one deep. And they'll let it go out of bounds, and here's Carolina now. And the whistle blows, and that will do it. Dallas hangs on for the 1-0 win as they defeat South Carolina United. Thank you for watching our 10 a.m. match here, our first broadcast of 4 on the day at field number 4 in Gillette Stadium. You've been watching U.S. Youth Soccer National League play on the Torbeau Sports Network.